Hi, I'll start with the part 4. Um, I was showing the email code here. So in the email code, I initially planned to generate all the email data through a JSP, so that I don't need to do any sort of hard coding here. But I wasn't able to go forward with that. You can see generate. I written a class, a mail util class, so that I don't need to do any hard coding here. I've studied the SMTP protocol as well for this, using this SMTP gmail.com server. The SMTP host is required, and for SMTP underscore port, the default port is SMTP. So 465, and had it been a POP3 protocol, then had it been a, if you had to retrieve emails, then you need to use a POP3 protocol. So you need to provide another property of prop3, and since you're using SMTP, you need to provide that. And here, then I pass the addresses, and okay, this is the code of email. I have also provided support for comma separated addresses in case you need to send a bulk email, so that I'll loop and get all the addresses out. Initially I planned to use JSPs for doing most of that HTML thing, but there was some error in that and it didn't work out. And this is what I planned to do earlier. This is the mail JSP I planned to do, so that I could initially. So if you wanted to put a lot of JSP and a lot of formatting required, best you need to use a JSP and then call it through the Jakarta API, and then process it. And but it didn't work out. But I'll work on that in the future versions. Um, I'll just do a walkthrough of all the JSPs. These are JSPs which are used in Ajax. I'll show that Ajax part and the Hibernate config part in last. This is the healthcare.js. I written a lot of methods for it. This is a check username method, and this is the add method. This adds the medicine list which I had shown in the class earlier. This is done through Ajax. Add insurance again. This adds the insurance list on the create user page. And for passing, well, the what to obtain the information for the charts. I've called a request. I made a get request in this method, and for draw chart. I just show that method now. That is my I've done a lot of R&D on that. What it does is that it generates the it just passes the request to forwards the request to the generate diag XML. Generate it's full form for generate diagrams, and it formats the response in XML format, weight and everything, and then I pass the XML inside the JSP, and a lot of R&D was required for this as well, how to pass the XML in JSP. I use XML response. Well, it's just like the JDOM API only, but it's only in JavaScript. JDOM is for Java DOM model, and so this is the way it passes it. It parses it to int as well, and then it forms a two-dimensional array wherein I store all the information. For example, if I just show for one chart how I did initial chart for the weight chart. Weight chart takes a two-dimensional array where it takes a date and a weight. So what I did is that I created a weight array. Then each area of weight I made a two-dimensional array. Then each area populated with date and weight, which is obtained from the XML response which is generated from that JSP, and then I set it inside this method. And the chart weight I need to pass the tabs, or the tab in which we need to show the response. And this got generated on the create diagnosis page, the diagnose appointment. I've used did the div tag here, in which I do the auto populating, and after this I'll show you the I'll show you then my hybrid config file. Here in the hybrid config file, I've created a user account bean. It takes the account name and password. Then it takes in the set property, which stores in the all the roles. In case if I need multiple roles, although currently I'm just supporting one role. Like in future, you might need to support many roles. Then this is where I use hybrid inheritance. I've used the parent class as the user info bean, and its subclass is patient bean, which is just from table. I use a joint subclass strategy. There are three strategies possible. That is the joint class, joint subclass strategy, and also a joint class discriminator. But it's not supported by Hibernate. So I use the joint subclass strategy, in which I have made. And here is where I use the one-to-many relationship using list tag, list index. Then the many-to-one relationship is present as well. So it's a one-to-one relationship. It's a unique. And then use sequences as well, so that I don't need to manually input the ID. All this I'm creating Oracle. And I use name queries as well. I'm using 2 or 3 of these queries. And I'm not able to use the other queries. This is my Hibernate file. Now I'd like to show you my my JUnit cases. I've written the following JUnit cases as well, just for testing the persistence framework. We tested quite a long time back. It's working quite well. I just run it for you. This one's it probably will show an error because of unique ID. Well, it's a success. Well, it's been inserted. So, well, obviously the array is not unique because I'm using a sequence, so it's been inserted. So test insert, and the test insert physician user as well. So all the backend, the persistence layer was tested thoroughly through JUnit, because the JUnit part was new, and the Java frontend was I'd done a lot of it on the assignment, so I was quite confident of implementing it without JUnit. So I've used JUnit for Hibernate testing. Look at assert null, not null, assert equals test schedule appointment. I was planning to use a test schedule appointment for the admin user, but I was not successful in doing so. So yeah, I've used JUnit this way. So this is my JUnit file. So now I finished with the code walkthrough.